I mean, look what happened with the Tupac situation.
Mm-hmm.
You know, when you look at what happened in New York, he started associating himself with Haitian Jack.
Right.
Because Tupac always had issues with the police.
Right. Right, he did.
So
he bust on the police.
Right, exactly.
Right.
So he couldn't use the police.
Yeah.
I mean, he never could have because of who his mother was and so forth. But, you know, he started rolling with one of the official street dudes in New York. And ultimately, you know, things started to unravel after the whole rape thing, you know, and then, you know.
Didn't somebody tell? Didn't somebody snitch?
Well, they were saying how Tupac did an interview and started naming some of the guys. And, you know,
Didn't he call Haitian Jack a snitch?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, that had to do with the rape trial, I think. Did you see the Ayanna Jackson?
So that was the one who was supposed to be holding him down while he was out there? He was supposed to be this powerful figure holding him down, but he was a snitch? I don't get it. I don't get that story.
Well, they got tied into the whole rape trial, right? It was, you know, did you see the Ayanna Jackson interview that I did? You know, where all of them were together, they all get arrested, and then Haitian Jack's case gets separated.
Right, that happens.
And, you know, and I actually know Haitian Jack. We talked about it. He said the reason why the case was separated was because there was a gun that was found in the hotel, and Haitian Jack wasn't staying at the hotel, so that's why the case got separated, according to him. Tupac saw it as, oh, you know, they're separating, he's gonna tell.
That assumption gets made often. It does. It does. Yeah, it does.
You know, and when you don't know what's going on, you're paranoid, you feel like everyone's turning against you, you start doing interviews, you start doing songs.
Facts.
So
if you outspoken like that.
Yeah, like
you know
Pac never held his tongue.
Not a bit.
Yeah.
Yeah, so no, I'd like that. That's why I asked. I didn't know the situation. I heard this and that. I heard he was a figure, you know what I'm saying, a powerful figure, you know what I'm saying. Then I hear him calling him a snitch on record, and you know, I don't get involved in stuff way over there, you know what I'm saying, because that's their business. But you know, it just make me watch people a little bit differently if their name got put out there in a negative fashion.
Yeah, I think that was what the snitch accusation was about. I don't think, you know, I mean, who knows?
Right.
Who knows what was really happening behind the scenes?
Right.
You know, with the government or anything. You know, Haitian Jack ultimately got deported. You know, he's out of the country these days.
Got you.
And you know, everything ended very drastically. But you know, I think with that whole situation, some of Haitian Jack's people were the ones who shot up Tupac.
Right.
At Quad Studios.
Right.
You know, Jack said he had nothing to do with it, but he said that his people took it upon themselves to send a message, this, that, and the third.
And it wasn't Biggie people.
No.
Yeah, because I read Biggie's book, and he was like, we was upstairs, like we seen him, you know, the homie seen him coming up, and we was like, we up here, let's go. You know what I'm saying? Where you at? He like, oh, I'm gonna be down here. I'm gonna come up there and, you know, get down with y'all. So, you know, I don't think it's like you can compare that to social media today. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Ain't nobody gonna holler out the window and be like, hey, we up here. You know what I'm saying? Okay, somebody go down there and shoot him. You know what I'm saying? They just gonna look out the window, you know, and go down there and handle their business. Oh, he coming up.
Well, I think Pac's issue with Big wasn't that he felt he set him up, but he compared it to a situation that happened with Tretch. So I guess at one point, and I had heard about this story from a few different people. There was some incident, I think it was at the Comedy Store or something.
In L.A.? In Hollywood?
LA, right. Where Tretch and Pac and them got into it with the Rolling 60s. And things just went crazy, I heard.
Right.
They were shooting at the cops, like, you know, it was just a mess. And Pac said that he went out of his way, being, you know, that he was living in LA at the time, he went out of his way to get the Rolling 60s and Tretch to work it out and squash it so it wouldn't continue to be an issue moving forward. And he felt that Biggie, calling himself the King of New York, should have gotten involved and helped him, as opposed to just saying, okay, I don't want to have nothing to do with this at that point, because that's supposed to be his friend.
Yeah, it's too intricate. Yeah, that shit too intricate for me. Rest in peace, Pac. Rest in peace, Big. You know, they got a series out now, Unsolved. They got a couple characters playing them, and I don't know if they get into the case for real or whatever. But it's a
Man,
whole
listen,
lot.
I've interviewed so many people around this, and I'm friends with people like Edie, and I've interviewed all the outlaws.
Yeah, Edie, my boy. Edie, my guy, man.
Shout out to Edie.
Shout out to Edie, Young Noble. You know what I mean?
There's so much.
Guys, man.
It's so interrelated, and the stories, and this and the that, and it's you know, ultimately, people are involving themselves in shit that they shouldn't be involving themselves in.
Facts.
You know, this is why I have gangster homies. Mm-hmm. You know, like I consider you my friend.
No doubt, I am your friend. You mine too. Yeah, no doubt.
But I'm not going on a mission with you.
I wouldn't take you.
You know
I wouldn't take
mean?
you. I wouldn't take you.
You can't ride my car with a dirty gun. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
We're gonna have to reevaluate our friendship after that. Like,
right.
You know what I'm saying?
Like, no
like,
doubt.
Don't put me in that situation, because I'm probably gonna tell. You know what I mean? Tell you that right now. Probably gonna tell.
No doubt. Know who you fucking with, man.
Yeah.
That's real.
There you go. You know, this is who I am.
Yeah.
You know, I haven't done any
You're
real
a
jail time.
civilian,
I'm
man.
a civilian.
You got every right to be like that.
I'm a civilian,
man.
and I own that.
Facts.
I own that.
Facts, as you said. Yeah, I wouldn't take you on the mission. You'd be the last.
Exactly.
If I took you on the mission, I'd tell you, hey, man, look, man, take me around here to go pick something up real quick, and then I get out the car and go handle my business around the corner and come jump back in and say, everything good.
Yeah,
Vlad,
I'll call you an Uber.
off.
I'll call you an Uber for that. I'll get you a lift. Yeah, I'm good. Yeah, man, it's a sad kind of thing, man. You know, I was going through your old catalog, and you actually have how many songs with Tupac?
We did one song together.
It was you, Snoop,
me, Snoop,
Pac,
Pac, Badass. I think South Central and Superfly. I believe. It was a long time ago. I was like 95, 96.
Were you
about
all
95.
Were you guys all in the studio when you put that together?
No.
Okay.
He replaced Lil C Style on there because Lil C Style and Snoop had some little conflict at that time, and they was in the studio and he was playing the song, and Pac was like, "Let me get on that." You know what I mean? And you know, he hopped on, but we didn't perform together. You know, well, we performed on the same stage together and hung out together and all that. So.
Okay. Were you ever in the studio with him when he was recording?
Yeah, several times.
Okay. Yeah. I had heard some interesting things about his process, where I think it was QD3 that told me this, that he felt that Pac had this feeling that he knew he wasn't going to be around very long, and he needed to get out as much music as possible.
Heavy.
Yeah?
Heavy. I mean, I could see it now, you know what I mean? I wouldn't have no dispute with that.
Yeah, he had to you gotta hurry. Like, you know what I mean? Like, he would get mad at producers if they took too long.
Well, then again, he probably had a wealth of material that he had accumulated while he was down. You know, he writes poetry, you know, he writes music, writes letters. So he probably had a stockpile of music, and he finally had the producers that could supply him the sonic backdrop needed to express himself. You feel what I'm saying? His anger, you know, his rage, his awareness. You know, Pac has so many different sides to him that he was always going. Every time you see him, he was going. Pac would never just like lay back, chill, you know, while everything going on around him. He was always moving, giving some instructions, you know, planning for the next move, just, you know, hyped up, amped all the time.
Yeah, I mean, he was only 25
when
he passed.
Yeah.
And he had movies, platinum albums, like books that came out afterwards.
Work ethic was remarkable. If Pac was alive today, Pac would have been the hip hop's first billionaire 15 years ago.
I believe it. If Pac was alive, he would have been hip hop's first billionaire. He would have beat out Puffy and Jay and all them. Yeah.
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 I mean, I'd actually heard, I think Edie told me that he was actually supposed to be Will Smith's character in Independence Day. That they were considering him. In fact, I'd heard that he was actually going to
He had a lot of charisma, man. The guy had charisma, you know, just out his fingernails,
Yeah.
man. You know what I mean?
He was actually, the Machiavelli album, he wanted to give it away as a free mixtape.
And Suge didn't let it happen or something?
No one wanted to let that happen. QD3 told me he almost cried.
My
when he told him
squad
that.
wouldn't have let that happen. Yeah. Facts. Yeah, man. I admired his work ethic, though, man. He was a general, you know, in his world. He was a general, man, you know.